Dude, this Matrix co-creator confirms that the story is a trans allegory. So the Wachowski brothers, I think they're named.
Are now the Wachowski sisters.
That now they're the sisters, right? Yes. But when they made the film, I believe they were the brothers. And unbelievable filmmakers.
So fucking... First Matrix is one of the best movies in my lifetime.
And so unique.
Oh, yeah.
Like, so many jokes now exist because of the Matrix, like the slow moving thing, like all these things that, all the ways that they've influenced action film.
Yeah.
All these things have come from the Matrix.
Literally the like alt-right angle of like, oh, you got to wake up. You got to stop fucking around.
Red Pill
came from two trans filmmakers.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you think they think about that? That's hilarious. We got to talk about it. Is it still red pilled? Or is that the pill they take when you find out? You slept with a trans person? That's what the pill is.
You take the pill that you're going to vote for from now on, the red one.
But dude, so it's they're these incredibly innovative filmmakers. They did this incredibly amazing series. I mean, The Matrix is one of my favorite trilogies of all time. Mm-hmm. I think probably my favorite, maybe Lord of the Rings. It's between Matrix and Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings is mad gay.
Matrix up there.
Matrix is fucking unbelievable.
Yeah.
And they become, or they always are trans. They actually transition.
Right.
So now they're the sisters.
Right.
Wachowski sisters. I'm fucking up the last name. Wykotsky.
You're getting sisters, right? That's the important part.
Yeah, sisters, what they care about. And now they're saying that the Matrix was always an allegory for being trans.
Right.
Which I don't understand how.
I don't think they fully thought this through.
Which part?
I'm saying, from what I see, what I read, it's like you're trapped in between two worlds and then you become who you really are in the Matrix, or like when you step out of the Matrix. So I guess that's like when you transition. That world sucks. It's flavorless, it's gray, it's drab, there's nothing to any of it. So if you're really trying to make trans people feel free, wouldn't you being free be lit as fuck and not boring and colorless and fucking food has no taste? All of it sucks.
When you're pretending to be what you're not, life is pretty good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You're eating fucking steak and wearing any clothes you want.
If that's the allegory, if the allegory is you should never transition, I think that's what the point would come across as, right? Like, we all watched the movie The Matrix and we're like, it is way better to be in the blue pill.
Yeah.
Blue pill is way better.
Yeah.
Yeah, red pill, you understand what life really is.
But it sucks.
You don't want to know what the sausage is made out of.
Yeah.
Right? Like, that's why that saying exists.
Yeah. I don't want this fucking thing in the back of my head letting me know that I was plugged into some shit.
Yeah.
Ignorance is bliss.
Ignorance is bliss.
That said that in the movie.
Now, but what's interesting is, I wonder if it tracks, and this is something they did retroactively. I wonder if now it's a reflection of how they feel about being trans.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Right? I wonder.
My take is I think it's complete bullshit.
And they're just trying to add it.
Yeah, you add just another layer.
It's like the J.K. Rowling shit.
Yeah, you add another layer on top of the movie, and now it's like, wow, these guys
to
are
your
just
point,
so
like when they
fucking
make
amazing.
cartoons gay and shit, they're just like, yeah, the cartoon was trans.
Well, to your point, you know what they announced recently?
There's
The
a
Matrix 4.
Yeah.
So this would be good PR for that movie and would get you back in the headlines.
Ooh, who's going to play? Is it going to be Neo or something?
Everybody's back.
Word?
I don't know if Morpheus is back, but the Shorty is back. And Keanu's back.
Oh, they said Switch was supposed to be like a representation of trans. You remember the short hair blonde girl?
Yes.
They were like kind of playing. They wouldn't let her fully do it, but they wanted her to be male in the real world and female.
Yes.
In the Matrix, or vice versa.
But then the studio said no.
The studio said no, so they kind of like tried to sneak it in there that she's kind of like androgynous a little bit with the short blonde hair, and she's like this badass shooting guns, not things you would traditionally associate with being a woman.
Right. Yeah, it was. Yeah, exactly. Definitely more androgynous looking character, or even acting character. There's one thing that I will say about this. They were transitioning while the movies were happening, because I think The Matrix happened over almost a decade. Right? There's probably a new movie every 2 or 3 years.
It was after.
No, but I think it was happening during. Like, they were starting to transition.
Well, they were initially just going to do the one movie, and then it was such a fucking smash that they were like, let's make this a trilogy.
Interesting. So, my feeling is, maybe that wasn't the whole point of the movie, but there's no question whether it was inspired by some of the shit that they were feeling.
Yeah.
And maybe transitioning and becoming a woman when you feel like you're a woman, this is interesting, makes your life way more difficult like taking the red pill, but it's better to be who you are despite the difficulty.
You feel free.
You feel free. And if that is what they're trying to say, if it isn't, they should. We just killed that. But if that's what you're trying to say, I do understand that, because I don't think that anybody would disagree with that, regardless how you feel about trans.
Yeah.
Your life is way more difficult as a trans person.
You go through all this shit. You get treated differently.
Of course.
Yeah. You might not like the way you look.
You might not like the way you look. You might not like the person that you are as you are in your real self.
Yeah.
But that freedom
Is worth it.
is absolutely worth it. Apparently. Who knows? We'll see what happens.
Yo, this is just a quick question. Androgynous people, are they gay?
Androgyny just means they look both.
Yeah,
Like
you can't
both, but
tell
then
what gender
do
they're
they-
looking.
The gender they were born as.
Oh, I think androgyny is just about appearance. It has
Yeah.
nothing to do with a sexual
It's a
preference. or any of
characteristic,
that.
I think,
Yeah.
like tall or
so
short.
they can be
Yeah.
gay or straight.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just like tall, short, light skin, dark skin. Androgynous is like you see a dude that kind of looks like a chick, or a chick looks like a dude. Like a lot of these like models. Have you noticed lately? Like sometimes you'll see
Yeah.
like a female model or even a male model that have like long hair, and you're like, is that a guy or a girl? Like there's no muscle tone on the
Yeah.
dude at all. And so androgyny is just a kind of like look that's in.